Let me hear you say praise Bob.
Praise Bob.
We got a little extra treat for you here, little laugh-a-minute thing. It's called, his name's Barney Hyttler. He's a plagiaristic comedian. Watch him as he crushes your spine with his bone-tingling ventriloquism. Let's hear it, Barney Hyttler, the plagiaristic comedian!
Listen here. I'm Barney Hyttler, the plagiaristic comic. I'm shooting from the motherfucking hip. Y'all suck my cock. Line up and suck my cock 2 times. You got me? Thank you very much.
Heard it before.
I just got back from the Adirondacks. I just got back from the Adirondacks. How you doing? I got a guy waiting in the back. Hey now. Fuck. I got a guy coming up here. He's gonna help me. Where is he? Cue card boy. Cue card, get the fuck. There's a lot of smoke in my face. You gotta get right in here where I can see. I'm Barney Hyttler, like I said, plagiaristic comic. I wasn't always a comic. I used to be a minister, if you want to call it. All right, thank you very much. You may know a compatriot of mine, ex-compatriot, Mr. Well, I'm not allowed to say his first name. His last name's Kennison. He once used to be a minister, then he became a comedian. A sort of similar thing to mine, but the only difference is that I was saved. I was saved by J.R. Bob Jobs. That's the truth. I'm not lying. Woo.
Amen.
Anyway.
Praise Bob!
We're gonna get going. We're gonna get going right here. I'm shooting from the hip. Check it out. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is part of the act. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm reminded tonight when I went to the post office a few weeks ago. I went to the post office to get some stamps. You ever done that? Stand in line and get some stamps?
Stamps?
I stood in line, waited my usual 3 hours, and then just when I got to the window, how many times has this happened to you? Had a little announcement over the speaker, and it said, if you're waiting in line just to get stamps, you've got to go into the other line. So I went over and got in the other line. I waited there a few minutes, and this giant boot, big motherfucking boot, came down from the ceiling and stamped me right on the head.
That sucks!
Have I got a headache? All right. Turn it, boy. Let's set off fire. Check this good shit out. Hey, seeing all you people here tonight, all you normal people, reminds me of when I went to go see my eye doctor. He told me I needed glasses. I told him I already have 4 pairs. He said I needed some more. No, I got 4 more pairs just to be on the safe side. And now, 16 people can drink at my house. All right, I'm shooting from the hip. Y'all line up and suck my damn dick 2 times. Now check this good shit out. I used to work over at Congress Street Station. You guys ever hang out at Congress Street Station? You know what I'm talking about? 4 floors, sex on parade, hanging out at Congress Street Station. One time this band came through the Rembrandts. You ever know that band, the Rembrandts?
Liars.
They suck.
Twice! Rembrandts come through town. Hey, tough crowd. Rembrandts come through town. Drummer from the Rembrandts used to play Mr. Mister. I recognized him. Carry laser on the road I must travel, you know what I'm talking about? So anyway, Mr. Mister, check it out. I go up to him, I say, hey, weren't you in Mr. Mister? He said, that's Mr. Mister, you Mister. How many people saw Bill Clinton on Arsenio Hall?
Whoa, liar!
You see that? How many people saw Jerry Brown on the Byron Allen show?
Yeah, Jerry Brown. Planet Jerry Brown.
Listen here, right? Jerry Brown was on the Byron Allen show. He, of course, can't play the sax, but he was able to score some really good coke for Byron. All right, turn the page. Now, see, talking about Jerry Brown, Bill Clinton, I would never run for president. I'm a tiny time traveler. Micronauts, tiny time travelers. I would never run for president personally, because I'm afraid no woman would come forward to admit that she's had sex with me. I'd be on CNN saying, come on, you know you did it with me. Why? I don't drive here in town. I don't have a car. I'm not fool enough to drive in Savannah. But I borrowed a car, sports car. I believe it was, red sports car. I wanted to be careful with it. My friend's car didn't want anything to happen with it.
What sport was it?
Excuse me?
What sport was it?
That would have been a hockey puck car. So it's more of this red hockey puck sports car. Want to be real careful with it. Get up to a red light. I make no claims to do justice to any of the jokes I steal. So I'm going on a sports car. I get up to a red light. It says no turn on red. But it's a flashing red light. So I had to time it just right. Oh, I'm shooting for the head. All right. Guy goes into a barbershop. Sits down and says, give me a haircut. Right? The guy says, okay, fine, have a seat. He sits down. Guy takes his toupee out. Barber says, hey, wait a minute, what's going on? You're completely bald. Guy says, well, I am. In that case, cut off my ears. All right. You guys ever watch Hee Haw? Hee Haw? You know what I'm talking about? Minnie Pearl, saw Minnie Pearl the other day. Couldn't believe Minnie Pearl was still walking around after all these years with a price on her head. We'll skip that next one. Turn the page. I was on a farm recently. I know you may not want to believe that, but it's true. I was on a farm. I'm a tiny time traveler. I'm the quasar of comedy.
Liar.
I'm the king and the queen of rock and roll. I was on a farm recently, and I noticed a telephone booth in a chicken coop.
I've heard these jokes before!
I'm a plagiaristic comic.
They were funnier the first time.
I make no claims at being good. Hey now. So there's a telephone in the chicken coop, and I say to the farmer, hey man,
Kill yourself a Bob! 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 Kill yourself a Bob!
So I said to the farmer, what's a telephone booth doing in a chicken coop? And he says, how the fuck should I know they're not my chickens? Hey, what's the worst part about being in an earthquake in L.A.?
You.
Makes it harder to shit straight. All right. What's the best part about New York? What's the best part about New York City?
Drugs!
When it rains, it makes its own gravy. I decided to buy a pet, so I went out to this place called Pet Doctors, right? And I asked him, I said, what would be a good pet? The guy says, a turtle. I said, fine. So I buy a turtle, nice little turtle, get a nice little bowl for him to live in, get a nice little bunch of plants for him to munch on, get a nice little bridge for him to crawl across, and what do you think happens? Motherfucker won't come out of his shell. So I'm sitting there waiting on this thing and waiting, and then I realize this pet shop owner has done me wrong. That's no turtle, that's a rock. So now I got a doorstop. All right. Turn the page. I got plenty where these come from. Listen to this.
Kill yourself.
I heard a story the other day about a race between the tortoise and the hare. I thought that was a pretty stupid story because everybody knows a tortoise is a cold-blooded reptile that moves about half a mile an hour. A tortoise will obviously win. A hare is only something you pull out of your head. Now listen, I wasn't always a comedian. I used to be a racist. I used to enjoy songs like Rock and Roll Wasn't Made for Queers. That used to be one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
One
gone to
day,
hell.
I learned through the true word of J.R. Bob Dobbs that there's only one true good kind of racism, and that's racism between me and between you, you bunch of normal saps. My friend said I needed a hobby. I needed a hobby to spend my idle time. I thought it was a good idea. I tried stamp collecting, that didn't work. I tried building a little ship in the bottle, that didn't work either. But finally, I found a hobby that suits me. I've been reconstructing tomatoes from ketchup. All right. Hey. Whoa. Last two.
Pump it!
All right, hold on a second.
Kill him, yeah, shit.
This is Luther.
Show us your tits.
This is Luther Motherfist.
Show us your mother's tits. Shit on stage. Do something.
This ain't no G.G. Allen bullshit, man. I went into a butcher shop the other day.
Oh, really? Who all was in the butcher shop?
There were 3 other people in the butcher shop. There was a Catholic priest, there was a Baptist minister, and there was a Jewish rabbi, and me. So anyway, there's only one leg of lamb up on the rack. All of a sudden, a Buddhist monk, what kind of monk? A Buddhist monk comes running out of the back. The Buddhist monk comes running out of the back disguised as a bush. That's right, a bush. He grabbed the leg of lamb and he beat everybody over the head with it. And then he hit himself in the head and knocked himself out. And that just goes to show you, a leg of lamb is worth 2 in the bush. Listen, we were all waiting for a cab, the same 3 of us. So there was a Catholic priest. What kind of priest? A Catholic priest.
Hey!
Wait. I gotta make something clear. For a minute, don't heckle me. I gotta explain something. We were allowed to come do this Devival here under 2 conditions. One condition was that nobody would say anything about the Pope.
Fuck the Pope! Fuck the Pope!
The other thing is that nobody would say anything about peckers. About peckers, okay?
Fuck peckers!
But listen,
Pecker you're talking
I'm
about!
gonna tell you something about the Pope's pecker. Now dig this. First of all, we all know the Pope is a stoner, right? Am I
The Pope's supposed to go
How do you know he's a stoner? Why do you think he's got that bubble dome on the top of his car? It keeps us smoking. Get out here. Hey, King Kong. King Kong lives. Dino De Laurentiis. You know what I'm talking about? What do you think happened to that big old monkey? I'll tell you what happened to it. The Vatican bought it. You know what they do with that big old King Kong monkey? Whenever the Pope's got to come up with a decision, they take that big old monkey hand and pop it down, up and down on that little bubble thing, and he flips around like that trouble game. And that's how they do it. So what happened after you left the barber shop? Okay, the butcher shop. Well, we're all waiting for a cab. Catholic priest, Baptist minister, Jewish rabbi, and me. We're sitting there waiting for a cab. Finally, one cab pulls up. How many cabs? One cab pulls up. He's funny that way. The one cab pulls up, the driver's Chinese. I'm not racist anymore, okay? The driver's Chinese, a little old lady runs around the other side, jumps in the cab, and off they go. And that just goes to show you, nobody can get a cab in this town.
You're full of shit! You're full of shit!
Turn the page one more time. All right, I got a song to sing, and that's it. That's it. Hold on a second. I got a song to sing.
Something funny.
Something funny!
Now, first of all, I've got a goddamn hammer. I've got a goddamn nail. This is the hammer of justice. And I got a goddamn saw. And this is the saw of love. And this is a song I call God Uses Ordinary People. But Bob chooses the best ordinary people. Now check this good shit out. God uses ordinary people. He uses people just like me and you, who are foolish enough to do just as he commands.
Fuck yourself, you normal.
He uses people who think their needs are so tall, no matter how small, y'all. But God chooses less than ordinary people. He chooses people just like me and you, who are stupid enough to wander through this land, slacking off as you people try and get a motherfucking tan. He chooses people who know they